Come see us on tour in Dallas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Connecticut, Syracuse, New York, Atlantic City, Levittown, Cohoes, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for the link for the cheapest tickets. Guess what Tucker Carlson found out about the Ukraine military?
This ought to be good.
Yeah, they've been selling American weapon systems on the black market.
Of
you
course.
think I'm kidding?
Wait, we know this because we covered it when CBS had to take down their documentary, and they said 80% of the weapons weren't getting there.
Oh, remember that? Yeah.
And then they had to pull it.
And then they had to pull it.
Reported.
That's right. Here we go.
Second fact, not guess, fact is the Ukrainian military is selling a huge percentage, up to half of the arms that we send them. Half. And I'm not guessing about this. I know that for a fact, okay? Not speculation. And they're selling it, and a lot of us winding up with the drug cartels on our border. So this is a crime, what's happening. Our intel agencies are fully aware of this. You tell me they're not profiting from this. Of course, you think the CIA is not profiting from this? Yes, they are. I can't prove that, but I believe that. What they don't know this. I know this, but they don't know this. They know this. And no one is saying it. Like, no American seems aware of this. We're sending these arms to Ukraine, hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's being stolen and sold to our actual enemies. Like, what the? I'm trying not to swear. What is this?
Yeah, well, the reason why is because you have Zelensky, it was about 3 weeks ago, I think, was specifically asked this question. So he went at some length in one of his interviews to say, oh, no, absolutely not. There's no truth to that at all. We've implemented all this thing. I know that, but the media just reported what he said.
The New York Times could get on the web and order Ukrainian weapons. That's a fact. I'm not guessing. It's a fact. They could do that today. Like,
ooh, I'm going to get some cool stuff from Ukraine. Just some jerk and just.
So why do you think when your Congress and your favorite Democrats and Republicans voted for aid and weapons and money to go to Ukraine, which is a proxy war provoked by the United States so we can have an economic war with Russia? That's all this is about. We don't care about the people in Ukraine. So when they voted for that, they voted for it without oversight, meaning that they're not going to track how the money they're sending to Ukraine is being spent or the weapons. And when a senator tried to introduce that in Congress, it got voted down that they wanted to track. They wanted to track the money that they're giving to Ukraine. They wanted to track the weapons they're sending to Ukraine. It got voted down. What does that tell you about the Ukraine funding? Because that it's really about helping people, or is exactly what Julian Assange taught us, that these wars are not meant to be won. These wars are meant to be ongoing. And you're a dupe for supporting Ukraine. You've learned nothing from Vietnam. You've learned nothing from the first Iraq war, which was sold to us on a pack of lies.
Or the second.
And the second Iraq war, which was sold to us on an even bigger pack of lies. Or the Libyan war, which was sold to us on a pack of lies. Or the Afghanistan war, which was 20 years of straight lying, which the Afghan papers revealed, and no one knows about it. The Afghan papers revealed that there was one big grift, the 20-year Afghanistan war. We're over there growing heroin for them.
The people that finance war finance both sides of the war. If you're someone who's smart, you finance the enemy and the patriots. You do both. That's how they make their money. It's real obvious and not conspiratorial, basic history that everyone should be aware of, shouldn't they?
And you somehow got tricked into supporting the Ukraine war because you were propagandized for 7 years by Trump Russiagate. I hate Russia now. Remember when George Bush used to go fishing with Putin? They talked about the Great Reset. Before the WEF, the Great Reset was how we're all friends with. Now Russia has Kentucky Fried Chickens and McDonald's.
Right.
And we're all the same. We're all regular people.
That.
Remember
the
that?
The original Great Reset was, I forgot all about that until you just said it.
That's right. And then the deep state was like, no, we need an enemy. People aren't afraid of the Muslims anymore. We need an enemy.
The
And
Great Reset is you don't have a home no more. That's what they change it to.
And so they were like, oh, we need an enemy. And why? Because we want to sell more liquefied natural gas to Europe. And now Russia's doing all that. So that's why we blew up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we started the Ukraine war. That's why we overthrew the Ukraine democratically elected Ukraine government. And people still don't know that. Fucking every moron asshole that I used to do comedy with in Hollywood has no idea about that. And you can't tell them that either. They don't want to know.
You can't tell them that George Soros is in fact a traitor to Jews and a Nazi collaborator. And they'll go, it's anti-Semitic to talk about George Soros, a guy that literally, and in 60 Minutes, that one reporter asked him about it back when they didn't all love him because he was handing out money to Democrats and buying off the journalists. He goes, what did you do? He goes, well, yeah, but someone was going to do it. So I did it. So this family made money from confiscating the property of their neighbors. That's how they built their initial wealth.
Let's watch this one more time.
Second fact, not guess. Fact is the Ukrainian military is selling a huge percentage, up to half of the arms that we send them. Half. And I'm not guessing about this. I know that for a fact, okay? Not speculation. And they're selling it, and a lot of us winding up with the drug cartels on our border. So this is a crime, what's happening. Our intel agencies are fully aware of this. You tell me they're not profiting from this. Of course, you think the CIA is not profiting from this? Yes, they are. I can't prove that, but I believe that. What they don't know that.
You know, Sheinbaum, the new president of Mexico, tweeted out or was quoted as saying, hey, United States, how are the drug cartels in Mexico ending up with grenade launchers made in the United States? Well, this would be one way.
Yeah. You mean besides Fast and Furious?
I know this, but they don't know this. They know this. And no one is saying it. Like, no American seems aware of this. We're sending these arms to Ukraine, hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's being stolen and sold to our actual enemies. Like, what the? I'm trying not to swear. What is this?
Okay, so if you're for the Ukraine war, you're a sucker who has learned nothing. You've learned nothing from the government and the media lying to you your entire life. You've learned nothing. Hooray, congratulations. You're a useful tool of the war machine. How's it feel?
Get your booster.
Get your booster. If you're lifting weights, doing cardio, meal prepping, tracking macros, taking creatine, and you're still not seeing that fat loss results you want, let me save you some time. Turns out it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And that's where this little thing comes in, Lumen, the handheld metabolic coach. Here's how it works. One breath, just one, and Lumen tells you if your body's burning carbs or fat for energy. No more guessing, no cookie cutter diets. It's all personalized. Lumen gives you real-time feedback to guide your meals, your workouts, even your sleep. Say you're about to work out. Breathe into Lumen. It'll tell you, hey, you're burning carbs. You're good to go. Or carb up if you want to crush it. Simple changes like this add up, helping you lose fat, build muscle, and actually feel like your hard work is paying off. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, go to lumen.me/Jimmy or click the link below. You'll get 20% off your Lumen. Why guess when you can know? Get your Lumen today. Go to lumen.me/Jimmy for 20% off. Come see us on tour in Dallas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Connecticut, Syracuse, New York, Atlantic City, Levittown, Cohost, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for the link for the cheapest tickets.